Hey there, it's Michael from Apps Every Day, and today we're checking out Gyroscope. Now, Gyroscope is basically an aggregator of health data from your health app on iOS or any third-party apps like maybe you're using Fitbit or Garmin Tracker or a mood app, anything like that. This basically brings data from a bunch of different places and puts them in one nice, pretty, beautifully designed app. And this app truly is one of the best that I've ever seen in terms of its design and layout. So this is one of those where it's not a necessity because the source of the data is elsewhere. So you can go into those individual apps again. You can go into the health app, you can go in the Fitbit app, you can go into whatever like mental mood app you have or anything like that and see all the individual data. Maybe it's good, maybe it's easy to read, maybe it's not. But if you want one place to go to kind of get an update every day on your health, this is a good place to go. And depending how much data you connect to this, yours may look more advanced or less than advanced than mine. I have the Apple Watch, but if you have one of those like smart scales, you can add in your weight in here, obviously. If you give it all access to location tracking, it can see like what habits you are developing where. So we're going to dive into all that right now. So this is your main dashboard here, and you can see that at the top it says today, and you can basically go yesterday. You can see this week. You can add goals in, and you can take a look at previous weeks, and then you can even go from a month view and see the reports for each of those. Going back to the Today tab, again, it's trying to look at sleep. So this, I believe it uses like both a mixture of like microphones or just when the phone's not moving around during certain hours of the night. And this was actually wrong. So you can either choose to save it, be like, yep, that's how much sleep I got at that time, or you can go under the adjustment page and you can put in when you fell asleep to what time you woke up. I don't remember if that was the exact time, but sure, we'll go with that. And then I'll hit save sleep at the top, and it will adjust that at the top. Right underneath that, you have mood. This is probably one of the best mood trackers that I've ever seen because, and they tell you when you're setting it up that it takes about 8 seconds to do. So if you go under track your mood here, you can either do a little bit more advanced one if you want the maximum amount of details, which still only takes about 30 seconds. But I'm going to show you guys the impatient one, which is what you can do for under 10 seconds. And basically, this is just like, what Tinder coined, basically, where it's left and right swipes, right? So no to the left, yes to the right. So yeah, sure, I'm feeling friendly, happy, a bit tired, not so much amused, not really sad, peaceful, sure, energized, a little tired, so not so much, nervous, nope, and you're done. And then based on those scorecards, it gives you a score. So it says my mood is a 65 right now, and hit continue. And that way you can basically look at previous days and weeks and kind of measure it up against that. So going down here, you have different objectives, which you can add to. Again, I just did track your mood. You can set goals. So whether that's to walk a certain amount of steps, lose some weight, or just get out of the house and go to different places, you can set all your goals there. Right there, we can see the locations. So you notice at the top, it says exploring new spots. So went to 8 different places, I guess, that I have yet to identify. And basically, again, it's using the different location here. So it shows I was at Easton, and you notice that it uses basically map data to look at all the different stores nearby. So if you knew what that was, then you can designate it. You can also delete the places if you don't want it to track that spot. The only one I've put in so far is home, and it basically tells you how long you've been there and when you leave. And again, for some people, they may say like, why is this happening to track my whereabouts and things like that. And of course, you have all the options to turn this off if you don't want it. But again, this is for the person who wants to really have a bird's eye view of their entire health and knowing where you are when you feel certain things is important. So I think tracking the location has value. In the middle, you have your gyroscope health score. This is your overall health score, which mine's very low, and that's just because I haven't been tracking data that much. Sleep, it's not my forte. So hopefully your health score is better than mine in here, but you can see the 36 at the bottom. And as we scroll down, it tells you where you're healthy and where you're not. And like I said, I don't have most of this stuff logged into here, so it doesn't have too much data to go by. So I'm sure mine would raise if I spend the time going into all that. You can also see advanced tools here, where you can always add more on the web version or here in the app. To the right of that, you have notifications. This is basically going to tell you, hey, your stats are ready, hey, you need to log this, or any other notifications that the app wants to let you know. I do love the fact that it has a mark all as red. That's always a glorious button, so that way if it's been a while, you don't have to sit there tapping a bunch of notifications. And then to the right of that, finally, you have the game of life. This is basically where you can add friends and kind of compete with other people. And you notice that I'm first place because there's no one else nearby. You can change it to friends if you want to add people and basically start different competitions. So once I load in the people who are actually have public profiles nearby, then I'm actually in 69th place. And again, your face and name will only show up here if you keep your profile as public. If you don't want people to see this stuff, then you absolutely don't need to do it. So there you have it. That's taking a look at the Gyroscope app, a great aggregator for all health data. It is free to download. But has a payment option if you want advanced features. So check it out in the link down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button if you did, and subscribe, and come back tomorrow for another Apps Every Day.